Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I'm your host, Crimson.
M15 PCA.
Be sure to follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. If you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Short Treks, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has.
It's been a long time since we reviewed anything Trek, episode-wise.
Yeah.
So it's back, and, we did our trailer reaction to season 3 is very popular. We get a lot of diverse opinions. I get called lots of names, but let's get into Short Treks. It's the first one we reviewed the trailer for all of these, and we thought this one looked a little weird, and it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It is definitely weird.
There's a lot of odd things going on, but it opens up, and it's like Spock getting onto the Enterprise for the first time.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't know, it's like a blurry vision, like the camera. There's a lot of weird camera work.
Then when you see him, it looks cool because he's looking like he did.
Yeah, it makes me smile. I can't lie.
Yeah.
That when I see Spock in that blue uniform, it makes me smile.
Yeah, it does me too.
When it was opening up, I'm like, where the hell is he? This is a transporter room?
It looks like where you see it in his cells on a starship.
It looked like weird. He was in the brig?
Yeah, why does it look like that? It looks like a boxy, I don't know what.
It's just a weird way that it's set up, because normally when I think of transport, I think round.
Yeah, just make a transport and a person at the thing helming it.
Yeah.
And doing the little panels and doing it. Would that have been so hard?
And they just activate it up.
Yeah,
But
well, I mean, they messed that up, though, for some reason.
yeah, it's just a weird observation.
Yeah.
But it's his first time on the Enterprise, so of course he's going to be a little excited.
Yeah, you can even see a little smile, a little squirt on his face.
I could, if I was going to go be on the, get on the Enterprise, I would be smiling like he was, because you're excited. It's cool. It's the Enterprise,
exactly.
It's like the coolest ship in the whole Federation.
Yeah, it is.
But it opened. Then we're on the Enterprise, and number 1, and she makes it a freaking point that everyone keeps calling her that and not by her real name, which is so stupid. I get it. She didn't have a name in the original pilot. They just referred to her as number 1 because it didn't go anywhere. Yeah. But okay, the gag's over.
Just call her.
Give her a freaking name.
Yeah.
But she's going over some weapons system, tactical system thing, and then Spock transports on, and then she's kind of, I don't know, number 1, her attitude, it's weird.
At first, when she's before they go into the turbo lift, she's a little odd.
I don't know how to explain it. Is she acting this way because he's Vulcan, so she's trying to maybe match the coldness, the sternness?
Maybe.
Or is this how she always is? Because we never seen her really interact with other people.
Well, except for that bureaucrat where she told them off.
Well, but but I'm talking other crew members.
No.
So it's hard to peg number 1's personality because we've only seen her interactions in this setting with one character.
Yeah.
But they're walking through the hallway, and she's very precise. It's been 43 seconds, and you haven't asked me a single question yet.
And I want all my science officers to ask me questions.
But he's basically saying, well, I'm Vulcan, I don't need to, almost to the point, I don't need to ask you questions.
Yeah.
If I need to know something, you'll know.
Yeah.
But then she's like, I want you to ask me so many questions that you become irritating.
Yeah, exactly, because you only have so much time until we get to the turbo lift, which is weird.
Oh, yeah, starting now.
Well, she called it an elevator, which is not.
She isn't calling it, That's
so stupid.
It's not an elevator. I do love the look. I like the look of the Enterprise. That again, is the... it's updated, but it also still looks...
Gosh, it's I want this show so bad.
I want an Enterprise show so bad.
That's so good.
Captain Pike going around being cool and...
Oh, yeah, exactly. That would be awesome.
They make it to the turbo lift. And we brought this up in other Discovery reviews. What's the deal with it looking like a roller coaster ride?
On the outside.
It literally looks like Space Mountain.
Yeah, because you see this, and you can almost you're going to see some other ones coming by, and then the turbos are interacting. No.
Where's all this empty space?
Yeah, why can't it just be a singular thing on the original show? It's just that's it.
I just think it looks a little weird.
And it's not practical. It doesn't look practical at all. It looks wonky. It's stupid.
So they're in the turbo lift.
And that was what's called Q&A, which is stupid.
Yeah, because it's a lot of questions. Then he starts asking questions because he was basically ordered to. Yeah. So he's asking about that weapon system. Oh, what's the software updates and all the every analytical stuff. And she's really smart because she's able to conversate with him back and forth. Yeah. And so they keep going around, and then they get a whole a shudder because something happened with the turbo lift.
Yeah, and it's down.
And it's down because that's what happens.
Now, and I remember in the original series, it was hard to do site-to-site transport. It wasn't impossible, though. So why didn't they just transport him out of that turbo lift?
Because it wasn't an emergency.
Yeah, but it's why be stuck when you don't have to be?
Yeah, I know. And apparently they were in there for a while.
Yeah.
They don't say exactly how long, but I'm guessing
you
an
can tell
hour.
they do that scene where like it cuts in
Fades
and then they're
out.
sitting down, fade out, so you know it must have been
Because
a while.
Spock keeps talking and talking
Yeah.
and talking, but she told him to keep asking questions till you become irritating. So he was just doing what he was told.
Yeah.
This goes on for a while, and yeah, they end up kind of sitting down because she's like,
Yeah.
okay, enough
But
of
it's
this
funny,
crap.
and then he asked a couple of things. They were talking about the Prime Directive where he didn't like it, but
Oh,
again,
it's immoral and it's illogical, whatever. But it's the best that they have because you can't just go around being the savior of planets. That's not our.
no, exactly, because that would have been a mess. I mean,
Could you imagine? Okay, go to the jungle and save every animal.
yeah,
That's not your place.
And they didn't even go to the point where they even observed people early on to see how they can interact with alien races. So they didn't do that with first with the Klingons, and that caused a big mess. Is how the Klingons are very mistrusting of aliens and other races.
General Order 1, the
Yeah.
Prime Directive, kind
like
of like how they did with Subaru's
Yeah,
people.
people where they forced it on them, the evolution.
If you haven't seen our reviews, and we talked about that, where Michael Burnham deemed it necessary to force evolution on the Kelpian people.
Yeah.
That's so wrong.
First of all, they didn't ask. Even if they did, it's still no. Either way, you can't do that.
She just forced it on them because
Yeah.
it's what's best for them. Because Michael
You
Burnham.
get to decide that. You know what's best for them.
So there's a reason why there's General Order 1. There's a reason why the Prime Directive
Yeah,
was made.
exactly.
Even though technically, like what he's saying is, can you just sit there and watch a race die? Because they haven't reached warp technology or whatever. But that's not your place. Billions of things die.
Exactly.
But who is it morally right just to sit by and do nothing when you have the power to do something? See, but you have to take the scientific.
Yeah, but see, it's so funny. But I remember, all enough, we want to talk about when Pulaski was talking about that with Picard in season 2. And she goes, well, and he goes, well, it's a virus. Would you want to stop it then? Then what if it's a war? See, now it gets a little bit more.
Who do you pick a side?
Yeah, exactly.
Who do you just decide who's moral?
Yeah, exactly. See, now you're getting dicey now. See, you got to be careful with that.
See, that would have been a longer conversation I think they should have had.
Yeah.
But they just kind of like, she's like, "You'll just stop thinking about it." She's very short with him. Like, when, again, I would let, her name's Una, because he
Yeah.
does say that.
Yeah.
But it's just number one. Just call
Well,
me
it's
that.
so funny. Like, she was a little short with him. The thing is, when she was talking to the engineer, she was like, cut her off. Like, wow.
So what's going on? Well, I think it's either this or that. And she's trying to explain, and just cuts her off.
Like, that's just rude.
She's super mean.
Yes.
It's like, okay, yeah, you're kind of hot, but you don't get to be so mean to everyone. So the whole question thing keeps going back and forth. She's getting to the point where she's like, I'm going to fix this myself. And this is where I would say the sexual tension kind of ramps
Mostly
up.
coming from her, my goodness.
Because she's like, oh, give me a boost. And he's like, oh, he's going to pick her up. And he's like, no. Get on your knees. So I thought he was going to just do like, you interlock your fingers and like,
No, she goes on his back.
she like gives him like they're going to do like how you would pick up a little kid, let him sit on
Yeah.
your shoulders. So she's like, it's just weird.
Literally, she goes up to Spock's face and they have an up close. It's like, wow, they're gonna kiss.
She's about an inch away from his face.
Yeah, it's so. And what she's saying is very flirty kind of talk.
Almost like she's goading him. Like, what's this fucking gonna do? Like, is she trying to get him to do something? It's just weird.
So something happened. Oh, I couldn't help it.
So she's all on his shoulders and they're talking about stuff and she's trying to fix it. She's talking to the engineer. What am I looking for? Oh, bond this fan, make sure it's cleared out. And they're talking about some type of like duplex star thing. And she's like, oh yeah, it was beautiful. And it's like, oh, I was jealous and that you got to see that and I haven't. That's a nice conversation. Just not when a woman is her area's that close to your face. It's just weird.
And then the oddest thing happened. She started singing.
No, dude, that's after
okay.
They're fixing it, but then she must cross wires.
And she messes up. And you believe a female actually messed up on Star Trek, if you could believe it.
It short circuits and it like shocks the hell out of them and they fall to the ground. Then her legs are kind of like still wrapped around them.
Yeah.
This is like if the turbo lift would open, you'd be like, "Ooh, sorry, got the wrong one."
Literally, I mean, if you put just XXX and made this a porno, you'd believe it. It's so weird.
It's so close to them. Like, are they? Every time I kept pausing, I'm like, are they gonna like do something?
I know it's a little odd.
So no, she calls up to engineering. Oh no, something screwed up. It's like she made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just send someone down to just rescue you.
Yeah.
And she like unzips her uniform for reasons.
Now, when they say, "Oh, the environmental controls are off and it's getting warm in here," something give me.
Is environmental controls going off or is it just hot in here?
I know, right?
So she like it doesn't it's not like she opened up her jacket all the way,
but it's a little weird.
She's one more step to taking her clothes off.
Yeah.
Weird. So she unzips her clothes and then she's like, I gotta ask you a question. So were you smiling when you transported on? And he's like, I didn't think Vulcans could do that. Like, she's kind of accusatory.
Yeah, at the same time, it's weird.
And then he's like, yes, I was. Well, that kind of bothers me. Like, the way she was like,
because you're a Vulcan. Yeah, no,
Vulcan, you shouldn't be able to, you shouldn't be allowed to smile. Like, what the hell is this? And then she's like, oh, but, what she says is true. I don't want to stifle anything about you. What makes Starfleet what it is our diversity, which has always been true.
Yeah, that's nothing new with Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's been since when it was in the 1960s,
it's always been about diversity. So I don't like this idea like, oh, there's a new diverse cast. It's always been diverse. Did you not see the crew of the original Enterprise, you freaking idiots?
This is back in the 60s, guys, so don't give me that.
So doing it today is easy.
Yeah.
So, so no one gets it twisted. Discovery did not invent the diversity of Trek. No. It was always there.
Always from the beginning.
So, but then she's like, talking about like, oh, you did your freaky side. Like, why is she talking like this? And she's so close to his face when she's saying this. Are these?
Sorry, let's just take a situation. If a woman that hot was talking to you like that and you were a guy, you're gonna kiss. There's
Swap the genders.
Oh, yeah.
It's a superior officer, an ensign female, and he's that close to her talking to her about her freakiness.
Oh, forget it.
Oh, this is the very next scene. She's like, in HR, I didn't file a complaint about my first officer.
and it's Toby from The Office. He's all there in his files.
Number one needs to get Me Too'd. Because she's being very inappropriate. She's giving him these smiles and everything. Is she giving him the go-ahead?
I don't know. I don't know. And Spock, you have to look on his face like, should I? Like, he's probably thinking in his head. But Spock would never do it. Spock's just not that guy. She's going to have to make the first move. He's not going to do it.
So they're talking about their freakiness, and that's when she starts singing.
And she's singing that song, The Admiral, the Navy, but she sings it with her own little way.
Again, for Mass Effect 2 fans, that song is sad. So if you're any of the guys in the comments...
Just think of the Family Guy one with Stewie. That's actually funny.
So in the comments, if you're a Mass Effect 2 fan, tell me, let everyone know why this song makes you sad.
Which one better? You like that one? Would you do a poll that or the Family Guy one? I think the Family Guy one, at least
But
funny.
The one of Mass Effect 2 has got the power. It's so Morton. But she's singing the whole song, and, she's doing a pretty good job at it. And she gets through, and of course, since he's like Vulcan, he kind of has that look in his face like, what the goes that? And then you can tell that she kind of got like a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
And then Spock starts singing it. So they're singing together, and they're having like a fun time, and he starts smiling. It's nice, but it's weird.
This is what I said after I said this. Was this in place of them having sex? And they couldn't do it because CBS is like, no, you're not doing that. That's what I think. I think it's the substitute for that. I swear.
Right after they're done singing, let's put singing in quotes because, again, you can play singing with other things.
Yeah.
The turbolight turns on and then she, zips up her jacket real quick.
Yeah.
That's, you cannot not see the parallels of what they're...
No, you can't. It's there. It's totally there.
Because that's what first officers do. You take the ensign and the turbolift and it breaks down. Wink, wink.
And people turn around, so did you? What the heck is this?
And it's like, Pike's like... there's cameras in there. It was on the screen, and everyone saw it.
Oh yeah, see, you don't need a Kirk on this ship. She's the Kirk on this ship. She is. Gosh,
she's got the looks for it. Yeah. But I guess they show up. They're in the roof. They pop the hatch. Okay, grab onto this hook, and it's gonna pull you up. So she's like holding onto it one armed. She doesn't look. She does not look that physically fit. No, again, boom. Wouldn't there been some type of harness?
Yeah.
Oh, put on the.
See, now Spock could do that because he's strong enough. Yeah, but she can't.
Whatever. And then as she says sending up, he's like watching her. Did they just fall in love? Like, what the heck? It just seemed weird.
But it's so funny. But in season 2, when she was in it, there was none of that with Spock. So
remember, she tells him to never say anything to anybody about this.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm talking about with him though. Like, no.
Because
he's leaving exactly. It's so weird.
Because again, she's half a millimeter from his face. This is an order. You can't tell anyone about this singing or anything.
Why not? It's just singing. That's why I think it was supposed to be. I'm telling you. That's
and then he's like, on my honor as a Starfleet officer, I'll never divulge or whatever. It's like, dude, you were just singing. You didn't freaking do the.
But I think it's supposed to be in place.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it has to be. It's just too weird.
So as he watches her ascend through the turbolift for a minute straight, they get onto the bridge. And, Spock takes his spot. God, the bridge looks so good. I want to watch the show.
I want to just show so bad. I don't keep saying it, but it's just incredible.
And he sits down and he's like doing his work. And then Pike's like, oh, is this the new boots or whatever? And, Spock stands at attention. And then she's like, oh, it's, let me look through here. Spock. Yeah, you know who he is. And then, but why did they play it off like that?
So weird.
Then, he's like talking to him. And I just love because Spock and Pike, that dynamic is so good. Because he's very... much like Kirk, he's kind of off the hip. He's kind of cowboy, but he's honorable, and he's a good captain.
That was another part when the Turbo Wolf, and she asked 3 things about Pike. She said that he's an honorable guy, he's loyal, he listens to everyone's opinions, and you can even change his mind sometimes.
And that he likes horses.
He likes horses. He's pretty easygoing, but don't mention horses in front of him because he will just...
You'll go on and on and on about... He's sentimental about horses.
Yeah.
So that was a nice little scene, but then like she lied, and then Spock kind of gives her the look like, It's like, okay, let's get caught in that turbo lift again sometime. You know what I'm saying?
A week later, there again.
And then I like how Pike's like, so do Vulcans feel like awe? Like, and then Spock's like, we do, but we just keep it to ourselves. I'm like, oh, okay, that was kind of cute. And then, it's the end of the episode.
Good elements, but a lot of weird elements too.
Here, we were talking about this afterwards, and I'm like, you know what this feels like? There should have been 3-4 episodes of them butting heads over things. Yeah. Them being like not good, on the bridge together. Then this happens, then they become friends.
Yeah.
But this happened first. This is literally the first interaction with each other. I thought there should have been, I want an Enterprise show with Pike.
Oh, so bad. I mean, you're making Star Trek shows everywhere. Why not do that? That's the one people want. And the fans want it. A lot of fans want it.
It'd be so cool.
Yeah,
see, but this feels like that was an excerpt from that series we're never gonna get.
This is what gets me more mad too, because this is a tease to that.
Yeah.
But also, I want to say this is the show that should have made instead of Discovery. Honestly.
Yeah.
This would have been way cooler.
Just let Discovery. Oh, went to the future. Who cares? Let's make this show.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it actually looks like a lot of fun. A lot of it's because of the characters. When I first saw Pike, I'm like, okay, he looks the part, but can he be Pike? And he won me over completely.
Yeah, he did.
Remember, all I do is hate Discovery, and I just hate it to hate it, and I hate. No, if you watch our reviews, instead of just typing in there that we hate everything and didn't watch the video, we love Pike. Suru's awesome, too.
Suru's awesome.
Spock, once he got his mind unscrambled, he became awesome.
Paul's cool, and also I like Paul. I think
Stamets, he came around.
Yeah. My goodness, Tilly fell off the cliff for me.
No, she went up, then down.
Yeah.
But, we do like aspects of this show, so,
yeah.
Again, but I'll probably read another 10,000 comments of, you guys just hate everything.
Exactly, right? So stupid.
I want to see more of this, but there's not going to be any more of this.
No.
Not in any time soon.
No.
Are they releasing these things weekly? Or for the short tracks?
I remember they did, I think, 2-3 weeks last time, if I recall.
Yeah, I think it was once a week like they were.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And I think hopefully there's more in Pike. I would like to see that.
But there was a couple other ones. Remember the one with like the kids and they're like bending the spoon and like she like eats a Tribble? There's going to be a Tribble episode.
Oh gosh, please no.
Yeah, I remember during the previews. But that covers this one. If I had to give it a score, 5 being average, 5.5?
5, maybe 6.
Because it was so weird.
There's a lot of weird elements in it.
If they would have went for the gusto and they did, it would have been a 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, that'd been another show. But they would have been like, "Wow, Spock, you got some secrets."
Spock, it's just weird, but yeah, number 1. Don't say my name. I'm number 1.
So ridiculous, so odd and off-putting.
And it was very authoritative when she said it too, almost like if you call me by my real name, you're going to be reprimanded.
I know, right? So
what?
Weird.
You don't like your name?
Yeah. But like I said, flip the genders and see how that would work.
How bad this would have been.
Yeah.
First officer sauntering over to some young ensign, like getting all in her personal space. What the hell?
My number 1. You've really been busy.
You want to know why they call me number 1? The credits just roll. You don't see anything else afterwards.
No, you see it. It's just a freeze frame, and then the credits go roll fast.
Yeah, you can't even read the names.
What's going on?
I kept pausing it and making jokes because it was making me uncomfortable. It really was.
Because I know Spock wouldn't go for that now, but man, if that would have been like a regular human, oh man, I don't know. That would have been. She would have kissed her, and he would. I don't know. He'd have took it as the wrong way.
I would have been like, "Whoa, I thought you were coming on to me because you were, I don't know, way up in my business." But yeah, we got another one of these next week, and we're back to Trek reviews.
Oh yay! And then we don't get over ones for a while.
Oh, Orville's not for a while, but what can you do? Short Treks, meh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.